Buds, Citadelle de Mort just came out, giving us 4 new wonder weapons. And in today's video, I will be showing you how to make the Stag Sword, the Dragon Sword, Raven Sword, and the Lion Sword. And you will have to make all of these swords in order to complete the main Easter egg, which if you haven't completed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified when our Citadelle de Mort guide comes out here in a few days. So starting off with a Stag Sword, make your way to the dining hall where Vulture Aid is. Continuously kill zombies until you find this buckethead looking zombie wearing a knight's helmet. Kill him and pick up his stamp. Go in front of this knight closest to the lion graffiti and interact with it, and you will be given the base Stag Sword. Now in order to upgrade this, we're gonna need 3 different lightning rods, and you can get these in any order, so here are the locations and what you'll need. For this first location I'm going to be showing, you need to have Deadwire equipped onto one of your normal guns, and you need to make your way over to Speed Cola. Look down this alleyway and shoot at this electrical box. And just like in Terminus, this will send electricity shooting up to an antenna, which will drop a lightning rod. The second location is right next to Deadshot Daiquiri and will be leaning on the hay bales, and you just have to interact with it to pick it up. And the last lightning rod is in the Pack-a-Punch room. You have to keep killing zombies until one of them will eventually drop it. When all 3 of these are collected, make your way past Elemental Pop on the ramparts to this vase. Interact with it to insert all 3 lightning rods, and when you've done that, a huge windstorm will begin around you and zombies will continuously spawn. You have to use your sword and keep killing the zombies until it is infused by lightning. When it's like this, you have to go back to the vase and swing the sword at it. You have to do this 3 different times. Once you've done it all 3 times, the vase will begin a different animation. You need to interact with your sword to put it inside of the vase, and this will take your sword, so be careful. Give it a minute and then boom! Grab yourself the upgraded Stag Sword, also known as Durendal. The second sword, and the trickiest if you don't know what you're doing, is the Raven Sword. Go to the dining hall and find that wannabe knight zombie again. Kill him and pick up his stamp. Go to this statue closest to the dragon graffiti on the wall and pick up the base Raven Sword. Now you need to go into the alchemical lab, and there will be an antique looking item on the bookshelves or tables in this room. If you can't find it, then just smash your face against the wall and spam interact. Each game, the type of antique will change, so look out for 2 crow heads, a rock with a scorpion fossil, a fish rock fossil, a horn, and a jawbone. When you have your quest item, make your way to spawn and go to the inn's basement. There will be a strange circular outline on the wall next to the workbench, and you need to interact with it to put your item into the base. Now interact with your sword and interact one last time to get to this menu. Depending on what item you placed in the base of the circle will determine the code you have to input. The inner circle is the elemental zodiac signs, and the outer circle is the regular zodiac signs. Our goal here is to align the correct elemental sign and the correct regular sign and line it up on the very bottom where the sword arrow is. For instance, in my game, I had the jaw. I took this to mean the Leo, and since the Leo is a fire sign, I changed the inner circle to represent fire and the outer to represent Leo. If you don't have any idea about zodiac signs and you need help, then don't worry because I've got you. If you have the horn at your base, then this represents Aries and is a fire element, so your code is normal triangle, swirly T. If you have the fish fossil, then this represents Pisces and is a water element, so your code is upside down triangle and fancy H. If you have the scorpion fossil, this represents Scorpio and is a water element, so your code is upside down triangle, weird looking M. If you have the 2 crow heads, then this represents Gemini and is an air element, so your code is normal triangle with a line through the top and the Roman numeral 2. When the right code is entered, a portal will spawn on the ground behind you, and the circle on the wall will shoot out purple orbs. These will hunt you down and hurt you, so be careful. What you're going to have to do is direct them into the portal on the ground where they will get sucked in. You have to get at least 3 of these orbs into a single portal, and then the portal will move. Once you finish with the first location, the portal will move to the first floor of the bar. Repeat the step, put 3 orbs in here, and then the portal will move to the final spot, which is the bar's second story. Just complete this step again on the second story, and then return to the wall and collect your upgraded Raven Sword, also known as Balmung. The next sword we're going to upgrade is the Dragon Sword. Head to the dining hall and continue to kill these zombies until you find yourself another buckethead. Kill him and get the stamp. Make your way to this knight statue closest to the dead guy chilling on the couch and interact to grab yourself the base Dragon Sword. Now, go to the entrance of the castle where Juggernog is. Go up these steps and interact with the sword out on this dragon statue. Your sword will now be in the pedestal, and there are now 3 different dragon basins on fire around the map. One is on the ramparts past Melee Macchiato, one is in the back corner of spawn next to the Rampage Inducer, and the last one is outside of the spawn square leading to the barn. Our next step is going to be delivering these flames back to the dragon statue. One thing to know, when you're bringing these flames back, your health bar will constantly drop. So you need to walk up to the basin, interact with it, and then straight book it, avoiding every single zombie in your way. Some paths are more forgiving than others, so if you get hit, it's not a big deal, but others you will get back to the statue at roughly 50 HP. So for this, I would really recommend having at least Juggernog and Stamina Up as a bonus. Make 3 separate trips and run back the flames to the dragon statue, which upon completion will spew fire onto your sword. Interact with it to pick up the upgraded dragon sword, also known as Caliburn. And the final sword is the lion sword, my personal favorite, and the last sword if you've been doing them in this order. Now, you're going to want to go back to the knight statues in the dining hall and wait until you kill the final knight zombie. Get the stamp, interact with the statue that has the red gem above it, and you will now have the base lion sword. Now it's time to go by Speed Cola. In the alleyway where we got the lightning rod earlier, walk down to this creepy looking door with the lion crested knocker. From here, 4 different parasites should spawn, all of which will be glowing yellow. Kill one of these glowing parasites with the sword, and it will be infused with the glowing yellow stuff. You need to walk back to the creepy door and swing your sword at it. If you've done it correctly, the door will have a yellow symbol on it. You need to complete this 3 more times with the rest of the glowing parasites. When the door has 4 different symbols on it, you need to interact with it. This will knock on the door and you will enter a hallway with a pedestal. Interact with your sword to insert it and 4 different symbols will fly out of the sword. The base of the pedestal will tell us the order of symbols for this code. In order to input the code, we need to look at which symbol is on the base and then shoot at the symbol that flew out of the sword. When you've shot at the correct symbol, it will go back into the sword and the pedestal's base symbol will change. Whatever this new symbol is, you'll have to shoot the corresponding one. Continue until all of the symbols have flown back into the sword. Light will fill up the room, and there you have it, the upgraded lion sword, also known as Solias. And congratulations! You now know how to make every upgraded sword in Citadelle de Mort. Best of luck on your Easter egg or high round attempts because these swords one-shot for what feels like forever, and not to mention, they are the easiest way of getting rid of amalgams. If this video helped you, then please do let me know by leaving a like, or if you have any questions, make sure to comment them down below because I am more than happy to help. And if you want to learn how to complete the Terminus or Liberty Falls Easter eggs, then check out these videos on screen, and remember, buds, to join the village today. It's only a click away.